Let's check it out. This is called Closer.
Call me a beautiful girl, and I'ma let this body work. 'Cause when it's you and I'ma need you closer. When I'm looking in your eyes, I forget about the time. Oh, when we start to sway, it's like I'm losing my mind. And I never thought that we would end up with each other.
Tracy, remind me to go back to this shot right here. 35 seconds. Got it, Moist? Let's do it.
That we would end up with each other. Oh, got you in my arms underneath those lights. You'll be my oasis for tonight. I love the way you driving me crazy. Call me up. One more kiss so sweet and bitter, beautiful, yeah, we look like this. Beautiful girl. Give me one more kiss so sweet and bitter, beautiful, yeah, we look like this. I'm your world, I'm your beautiful, yeah, we look like this. Going downtown and you're spinning me round with your hands on my waist and the music real loud. And I wanna stay right here forever. Oh, got you in my arms underneath those lights. You'll be my oasis for tonight. I love
Wow!
driving me crazy.
I like that.
Call me up.
Oh,
Kiss so sweet and bitter, beautiful, yeah, we look like this. Beautiful girl. Give me one more kiss so sweet and bitter, beautiful, yeah, we look like this. I'm your world, I'm your beautiful, yeah, we look like this.
that was so good. Wow. Wow. I really loved that. Wow. That's so sick. So sick.
You'll be my oasis for tonight. I love.
Oh, man. That is great. Wow, that's so great. I love that. Whew.
The way you driving me crazy.
Is that what I missed?
The way you driving me crazy.
Is that what you're talking about, Moist?
Call me up.
God, even those glitches, I love that. God. Did they layer visuals on top of each other for the shot? Talking about the big crowd? My thought was they filmed a group multiple times, different people in each position, and then kind of layered them. That was my first thought. As I look back at it, I think it's AI. That's my thought. The reason I say that is because we don't see any faces. And there is a couple points where people kind of melt together. Like up here, there's just this blob of something that's shifting. Over here, blur, blob. This person right here, body position doesn't line up. I'm pretty sure it's AI. Sick shot. Sick shot. Now, I do think that maybe this base layer. No, I don't think so. Look, this person doesn't have a head. This person, like, their body configuration is like almost impossible. Blurred faces, kind of rounded. No good. Yeah, that's my thought. Moist shouting 35 seconds. Thank you, dear.
It's like I'm losing my mind, and I never thought that we would end up.
Okay, I want you to watch this little scene right here. I'm going to bring it back, and when it goes from this part here into the next one, just take note of that scene.
I'm losing my mind, and I never thought that we would end up with each other.
That piece right there. I want to go back to the question about why does some of Chinchilla's stuff feel strange to me? If Chinchilla had done this right here, let's say she danced exactly like this, to the T, nailed it perfectly, flawlessly, 10 out of 10. The difference, I can almost guarantee, is that in Chinchilla's video, it would have been probably a static camera, not moving, and the camera almost had no life to it. But watch how the camera here has choreography to it. It's kind of following her. It can kind of tilt a little bit. It gets close. It backs up. There's a life to the camera. And I feel like with a lot of Chinchilla stuff, it's very static, and it's almost like they're counting on the content itself to be the all-encompassing entertainment. But the camera needs to be the vehicle that we travel on through that content.
Forget about the time, oh, when we start to sway. It's like I'm losing my mind, and I never thought that we would end up with each.
See how much the camera moved in there? That's, for me, is the biggest part. You know, like I talked about the lighting earlier. I talked about, you know, like the blowing parachute or whatever it was. For that to be a set is fine, but the more you keep us in one position, the more we can see the detail and the more like artificiality of it. When what you want to do is kind of trick us into traveling through all these details without realizing they are in fact details. I mean, hell, even the simplicity of this shot right here, right? We have her dancing. We have the dancers there, great. But notice that there's so much texture in this scene. So we have the lighting, great, round room, their choreography is its own thing. But the doors right here are open and in a different like degree. So there's one. That's added texture. But then it's not just that. This door in front of us is going to swing and provide more layering. It's more going on without being too much. Money? I like money. Was there more to that? Money?
Oh, got you in my arms underneath those lights.
I'm assuming your question is going to be, is it about money?
Oh, got you in my arms underneath those lights. You'll be my oasis.
Oh, budget issues maybe. No. You know how I know that? Because they have a camera. It's just what they're doing with the camera. Now, I do think budget is an issue, yes. But it's what you do with the camera. It's what you do with the light. They have all of those things. We just need to put the pieces together in a way that, just like the story that we read earlier, there's too much detail. There's nothing left to our imagination. Cut the lights. Give me some shadow. Give me half her face. Let me fill in the rest. I shouldn't know it's a gray parachute behind you and someone holding an oscillating fan. I shouldn't know that. Let me fill in the gaps. So I'm getting way distracted on this one, but that did feel important to me. And I think this video does a really great job of kind of keeping us on the vehicle that is the camera floating through this. Really, really cool.
Tonight, the way you driving me crazy.
That right there, another great example. When she's on her knees down on the ground, it's hard not to look at her dancing. But what I want you to watch when it hits that scene, see this outer frame of the frame. I want you to watch an edge of the screen and notice how much the camera is moving to make that shot complete. Back, up, down. Did you catch that? We went in, we went out, we went up, we went down, all in a matter of 3 seconds.
Call me
And these shots are spectacular. I love these shots. It's not overdone. It's done super well, and it gives me just enough to keep me hungry. Here's another example. To go from this next part where she's dancing by herself. Right here. Nothing special about this, okay? But they don't hold it too long, and then when they give us the next scene of her dancing, watch how much the composition changes, but the composition is formed in a way that keeps it interesting and kind of interesting. Boom, right here, this shot. She's over in this part. We have all this texture, all this light coming through, and she is in the one clean plane or pane of glass doing her choreo. It's simple, but it's clean. And then they use these to bring us back to that wow.
one more kiss so sweet and bitter. Beautiful, give me look like this. Beautiful girl. Give me one more kiss so sweet and bitter. Beautiful, give me look like this. I'm your world, I'm your beautiful, give me look like this.
Do you see how much the light has an impact on all this? Even from this shot right here, look at the lighting. The lighting on her skin, right? The lighting across, like it's lit behind her, but she's also lit from the front or off to the angle here. And then there's just all these pieces of the frame that are filled in, but we know she's the focal point. Light, if we paint with light the right way, it can make something that looks into wow, all because of what we do with the light.
Beautiful girl. Give me one more.
And that right there is a great example. So all the light is behind her, essentially. That right there, beautiful shot. Go back, beautiful shot. Beautiful. Right? It's just in what we do with it. Lighting is the most expensive part of a production. Lighting is pretty damn expensive. That is for sure. I don't know if I would say it's the most expensive part though, because like if you're dealing with like a Red camera or an Alexa, you're talking about one camera itself that's anywhere from like well, let me think. Aside from like a consumer level Red camera that might be 10, 15 grand, a base model Red camera body, not the lenses, like 25 grand. That's the low end. And then you get into like cameras that are $150,000, $200,000. Like that's pretty damn pricey, you know? But it's really just what you do with the light. You could use 2 lights and just be super creative with how you do them. And again, I go back to if you have a camera, what can you do with that camera that's really going to help you accomplish what you're trying to accomplish? The one thing I tell my guys all the time, It's not about the gear that you have. It's about what can you do with what you have to tell the story. The story is king. All the crap that you have supports the story, period. I launched my entire career on an old, outdated Canon T3i. No, it wasn't even T3i. It was like a Canon 70D that was already several years old. It was like a $300 Walmart job and a flashlight. I grabbed Omar and I was like, hey, bro, I got an idea. I need your help. He said, okay. We made a video. I pitched it to my boss, and it launched my entire career. From one $300 Walmart camera and an idea. Yep. Oh, man. I almost kind of feel bad about this reaction because I feel like I talked about Chinchilla's stuff more, but it's such a great video. I really do love it. I love the song. It's kind of a cover, but kind of not. But I do think the execution of this is pretty badass. There's a lot more AI than I initially realized, but I don't think they overdid it. There was that one video that I had a hell of a problem with. I think it was called Famous. All Day might have been the group. So that one was all AI and was, dare I say respectfully, was nauseating. It was actually nauseating. It made me sick. It was too much. Yep. Not for me. Now, of course, fans of that group go on to say, well, this is a hell of a debut. I've never seen a debut like this. Okay, that's fine. Where are they going to go from here? You going to do the same thing on another song? How many times are you going to get away with using this much craziness in people's faces before they go, okay, that's too much, you know? That's a different story, though. This right here, beautiful. Beautifully done. I did not expect this. You said clubbish. I said, this might be kind of fun. A lot of great cinematic decisions in this.